sends Democrats into fury with new permanent legislation. This is perfection. Senator Ted Cruz sent liberals into an absolute fury upon introducing a piece of legislation that would make the individual tax cuts included in the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act permanent. Free Beacon reports. Before the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act was signed into law, there were 7 tax brackets: 10, 15, 25, 28, 33, 35, and 39.6% rates. The tax reform legislation cut those rates to 10, 12, 22, 24, 32, 35, and 37%. While the corporate tax rate was cut permanently to 21%, most of the individual tax cuts are scheduled to expire at the end of 2025. Cruz's bill would amend the tax code to make the individual tax cuts permanent so they would not expire. Senator Bernie Sanders, Vermont, said in an interview that the tax cuts should have been made permanent. Cruz responded that Sanders should go sponsor his bill. I agree, Bernie Sanders. Let's make the middle-class tax cuts permanent, Cruz tweeted. Join me. We'll co-sponsor legislation. I've already got it drafted. That does exactly that, and we'll get it passed in January. The Texas senator was a force of nature when Obama was president as well, going after President Obama's lawlessness, exposing the president he really was. 2 years ago, Cruz released a damning document entitled The Legal Limit Report Number 4, The Obama Administration's Abuse of Power. It lists 76 of President Obama's lawless actions. Cruz's report stated, the president's taste for unilateral action to circumvent Congress should concern every citizen, regardless of party or ideology. Cruz's office commented on the brutal memo, saying, rule of law is extremely important to Senator Cruz and he believes all administrations, no matter from what party, should be held accountable to following the rule of law and tenets of the Constitution. He will continue working to shine a light on this administration's lawlessness as long as it continues. Cruz said in the report, rather than honor his duty, President Obama has openly defied it by repeatedly suspending, delaying, and waiving portions of the laws that he is charged to enforce. When President Obama disagreed with federal immigration laws, he instructed the Justice Department to cease enforcing the laws. He did the same thing with federal welfare law, drug laws, and the Federal Defense of Marriage Act. In more than 2 centuries of our nation's history, there is simply no precedent for the White House wantonly ignoring federal laws and asking others to do the same. In addition, despite Cruz facing off in a heated battle against Donald Trump during the election cycle, the Texas senator has worked well with the America First president, working with the administration to stop illegal immigration and enforce the laws. We will triple the border patrol. We will build a wall that works. We'll secure border, Cruz said, answering an immigration question thrown out by reporters in November. Cruz and Trump have worked well together during the tax reform process and are expected to become a dynamic duo in years to come, with Trump steering the executive branch more conservative and Cruz battling out the corruption in the Senate.